Because the offside's packed. What a
these stages of the tournament, you sort of think about finals, and this sort of feels like a bit of a quarter-final to us, so it's no, I suppose, different to the positions that we've been in the past, and we know it's like a bit of a quarter-final to us, so it's no, I suppose, different to the positions that we've been in the past, and we know that these games can bring the best out of us.
Does it affect your approach, does it?
Not really. It's been nice. I feel like I've sort of built my way into the tournament, hopefully peaking at the right time, and looking forward to today.
The travel hasn't been easy after your last game. You rested enough?
Yeah, it's obviously been an interesting schedule. I think an 8:30 p.m. game into early morning travel and long travel day, and then a morning game here today. But we're not using that as an excuse. We're going to come out here and hopefully be firing today.
India and Australia play each other so often now. You know each other so well, don't you? I mean, how do you prepare then? You just know each other so well.
Yeah, I think that's the nice thing about today. There's so much familiarity between the two sides, and it sort of comes down to who can make the most of the big moments in the game. And we feel like we're well equipped. We've played here a couple of times. We're looking forward to coming out here and giving our best.
A day game, does it make any difference?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I haven't really seen a whole lot here. But yeah, it looks like a pretty good wicket from what I've heard, and hopefully we can go out and do the job.
Cheers, Max. Hope it goes well.
Cheers, thank you.
So the umpire's just waiting. They'll just get the rope around the ground so that they can just try and dry out the outfield as much as possible. Every time the ball goes out there, it'll get wet. It was a quick shot. It's given away to some good sunshine. And the crowd here deserves that, because come from all parts of the globe. A lot of them from the United States to watch this contest. The Australians too. As far as the Indian fans are concerned, they always bring a lot of color to the contest. So play will resume shortly. 43 for 1. Losing Kohli without scoring, and then blast from the Indian captain Rohit Sharma. Just took to the Australian attack already. Inside 4 overs, he's hit 5 sixes. Out come the two Richards, Illingworth and Kettleborough. And from the players' point of view also, they'll be happy. It's not a break, too long a break. Australia also would want to come out quite immediately, because they'd like to correct things. They know this game can change pretty quickly. This is how Rohit Sharma started, and then Kohli was dismissed. Good bouncer. Some lovely shots over extra cover, clearing the rope. Then spare the onside as well. A couple of big sixes in that area. So the players are going to come out, and 5-minute break, Ricky. There, what do you think the Australians would have been discussing? I know it's a short time. They've got to gather their thoughts and come out thinking afresh.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit of time to regroup, have a think about the lengths that they're bowling to Rohit Sharma more than anything else. If you look at most of those boundaries, right, they've all been very, very full deliveries, and the one wicket that's been taken so far has been from using the short ball. Might think about just dragging that length back a little bit, using the wicket, maybe cross-seam deliveries if there's any moisture in the wicket at all. Normally you expose the moisture by that seam just gripping in the surface a little bit. Done a good job with Rishabh Pant. He hasn't got away. He's 1 from 6. They've got to find a way to stop this boundary flow from the Indian captain. Like I said, he wouldn't have wanted to go off. Rohit Sharma had everything going his way. Now he's going to come out and potentially start again. Always harder, I think, for batsmen to start again once you momentum has been interrupted like that. And a good man for Australia to have as well, Pat Cummins. Ball in hand. The first ball was dispatched a long way over mid-wicket for a big 6. Coming off back-to-back hat-tricks in this tournament. Who would have thought? 149 games without one. And then 2 in a row.
Just seeing the Australians, they seemed a little stiff this morning in those early overs. They had a lot of travelling to do, back-to-back games. Mitch Marsh saying they finished a night game and then had to take a flight early morning, come in, another day game immediately. A good opportunity to correct things here if they get off to a good start. So here goes Cummins. And straight away pulling it back. That's more the length they'll look to try and bowl henceforth, especially to Rohit Sharma. Back off a length, nipping it back. This is the last hat-trick for Pat Cummins. Oh, that's gone like a tracer bullet into the fence. It's sped off the surface.
Well, every time the ball's pitched up, he's just getting into his stride and powering it away. Just a little bit wide. What the Australians are looking to do is get it wide, not in the arc. But this one was half volley outside the off stump, wide as well. Have a look at that. It's easy for Rohit Sharma.
There was a man in a sweeper position, yet no chance as the ball raced away.
That's better. That's a better length. It's a length that we're accustomed to seeing Pat Cummins bowl. And this one just did look like it just held in the surface a little bit. Bit of a wobble seam. It's a good length, though. It's not a stand hit ball that he's actually been able to put away so far. Just catches the seam and leaves the right-hander. Could have locked themselves in there. If he's going to hit big shots, make him hit good balls for boundaries. Don't give him anything easy.
Down the track. Luck favouring the brave here. 50 comes up for India. See, he started with a slower delivery. It's been all pace after that from Cummins.
Well, we've seen that the fielders are in the 30-meter circle at mid-off and mid-on, so looking to take advantage of that. Instead of the middle of the bat, it's gone off the edge, but there is no third man, and therefore another boundary.
So he takes a single, another very good over for India. 15 coming off it after 5. It's 52 for 1. And Rohit Sharma has reached 50 of just 19. A sparkling innings this. In the final Super 8 clash. And in a game that's a must-win for Australia. 52 for 1.
Just 19 balls for Rohit Sharma's 50. Next quickest, Aaron Jones, 22. That was the first game, USA versus Canada. And so Hazelwood with his third. He's the one who's kept things relatively quiet. Dinesh Karthik's alongside me, so is Aaron Finch. It's sensational. When was the last time you saw a scoreboard in a big T20 international? One batter's 50 and the total's 52.
Yeah, it's been a remarkable innings, and he's picked his targets really well. He's hit with the wind. Every time he's looked to attack leg side, it's been with the wind. A couple of beautiful shots to get him underway over the offside off Mitchell Starc as well. Big games, you need your best players to stand up, and Rohit Sharma's certainly been that man for India. 50 off just 20 deliveries.
The quickest 50 made against Australia in all T20 World Cups. What are the others going to do? Rishabh Pant. With Rishabh Pant, you're never too far away from audacity.
Good morning from St. Lucia. What a start it's been by Rohit Sharma. He's been on fire. And then there is Rishabh Pant on the other side, who's been quiet, just trying to find the single to give strike to Rohit Sharma. But this one, something that we've seen a lot of over the years that he does against fast bowlers. He just played one against USA to finish the game off.
He's 1 of 7, by the way, so there's 2 different cricket matches on at the moment.
Won't stay that way for much longer with Rishabh Pant at the crease. He's somebody who loves to get on with it, and the left-hander is hitting with the breeze on this occasion. That's why he's looking to go leg side big against Hazlewood, but his length has been so impeccable so far. Just hasn't allowed width, he hasn't allowed a length that you can just stand, deliver through the line.
One other reason why this has been a spectacular innings from Rohit Sharma. Finch, you did the pitch report, DK, you were down there, both of you thought it was a little soft. So it wouldn't have been as easy to bat in the early overs.
Yeah, and we've seen a few balls from Pat Cummins and Josh Hazlewood just bounce a little bit extra, just staying in the surface a bit longer.
A bit of a hike. It's his day today.
He's played Hazlewood cleverly so far, where he didn't take too many chances, but this time he's fancying his arm, knowing that it's coming to the end of the power play. Picking back on Rishabh Pant, even against Bangladesh, he started quietly until he got that 200 over, which is the 11th over of the game. He got a couple of boundaries, a sixty, then he got going. He's waiting for the waiting where he targets one bowler, then he gets that he requires. The wind's coming over his shoulder from third man. That's why he with the wind behind him. First bounce for Paul.
It is a shot, one shot to get away, to unlock yourself.
That's a really good shot, this from Rishabh Pant. Short ball, and Hazlewood does bowl a heavy ball. To be able to go on the front foot and just pull it over mid-wicket gap, it's quite an effort. The intent is there. Indians have come out firing.
He's got the gap. No, he hasn't. It's well stopped. Rishabh Pant briefly thought of a second. It wasn't to be. Power play is done. It's 60 for 1.
See what Rishabh Pant's trying to do with third inside the circle. David Warner, great effort to get down, prevent the boundary, prevent the 2. Australia have been sloppy in the field right throughout this World Cup. They've started well today, brought plenty of energy. Tim David held on to a really good catch to get Virat Kohli early.
Partnership 54 of 27. That 50 by Rohit Sharma, by the way, is the fastest 50 against Australia in all T20 internationals. Yuvraj Singh and Karen Pollard have got 50s in 20 balls. Rohit Sharma got it a little quicker. Zampa comes in, and he's got a very good head-to-head record against both these batters. It's a little later when Hardik Pandya and Surya Kumar Yadav comes in that the numbers change, but against India's top 3, he's got a good head-to-head record. In terms of economy, hasn't got a lot of wickets in recent times against India.
I just want to add to what you said about Yuvraj Singh's 50. In Durban it was. What an innings to eclipse that.
Lands the blow straight away against Zampa. That boundary is unlocked, Rishabh Pant. Lovely use of the feet. Is very, very light on his feet.
It's great intent from Rishabh Pant. They know they can't afford to let Adam Zampa settle into his spell. Been Australia's best bowler for quite a few years now. And he says, I'm going to take you on first up. The left-hander with the ball turning in. He's got the odds in his favour. It's a great strike down the ground.
India have come out firing on the best batting surface at this year's T20 World Cup.
There's always a pattern to certain players. Rishabh Pant loves stepping out and hoiking leg spinners over mid-on and mid-wicket. We saw that against Rishad Hussain in the Bangladesh game. Here it's Adam Zampa. Adam Zampa, interestingly, has had a very good hold over India in bilaterals. Whereas in World Cups, it's been the other way around. India has found a way to tackle him in a smart way.
Oh, that's good. Zippy, keeper.
Oh, it's a bit of yes and no, but there was so much time.
Nice hit.
So much time. Zampa himself had to run across to short mid-wicket. I think it's a clever single, actually. He'd like to have Rishabh Pant playing Zampa more often.
Yeah, absolutely it would. What really surprised me when I was reading all the numbers was Rishabh Pant's strike rate of just 122 against Adam Zampa. I always think of the ball turning back in. Guys will have a higher strike rate, but you compare that with Rohit Sharma, who's up around 150 against Zampa. So this will be a great battle.
There is support in the deep now. The power play is done.
Unlike a lot of spinners going around in world cricket, a lot of bowlers err on the shorter side, but Zampa, on the other hand, always errs on the fuller side. You see him get hit for sixes of step hits, as they call it, than the short ball.
Zip.
See the previous one really full as well. Australia have set clever fields, and their fielding has been very good so far.
Connects beautifully, like everything that's come out of his bat today. It is one giant sweet spot, that cricket bat.
Well, if you're a Rohit Sharma fan, and I'm sure there are millions of them, this is the day that Rohit Sharma is firing. There's a rain break, hasn't stopped him, he's just kept going. A slog sweep this time. Get the feeling it's a bit of payback time, Finchy, to what happened a few months ago.
Yeah, that's a great shot. We won't talk about that. DK will be on air with Australia holding a couple of ICC titles over India. But that just allows Rohit Sharma to free his arms. It's just wide enough. One of Zampa's great strengths is his ability to hit the stumps, particularly off stump against the right-handers. Make them take a risk off the stumps. If you miss, I'll hit. It's just a touch wide. I understand what Zampa's doing there. He wants to get out of the arc to the leg side, which is with the breeze. Rohit Sharma's up to the challenge today.
15 of this over already.
Oh, that's good.
Add another. Well, into the pads, but he still sneaks a single. 16 of it. It's 76 for 1. Doesn't matter which way it's turning. He's just reading it so well. Meters. Australia have been thrown a bit into disarray. Two key bowlers have been expensive today. Zampa, such an important cog in the wheel. That's why this game is so important. We've looked at this game from Australia's point of view, and Australia desperately need to win, get those 4 points and keep Afghanistan at bay. It's a big game for India too, because India need to top the table. You go to Guyana and you get a rained-off day in Guyana. There's 4 hours to make up there, but still, you get a rained-off game in Guyana. The team that tops the table then goes through to the final. So you do want to go to Guyana as the #1 team in the group and play #2 from the other group. So there's a lot riding on this game. Afghanistan are watching this, as indeed Australia will. Afghanistan after the game. Stoinis comes in. He's had a wonderful tournament.
Yeah, absolutely, with the bat and ball. 8 wickets there, third highest wicket taker for Australia after Zampa and Cummins. Been a good tournament for Stoinis with how he's gone about. He's just carried forward his form. Fast bowlers. We're speaking about how they came in with good plans. And the first wicket to fall, and the only wicket so far, was Virat Kohli. If you do remember, something similar happened a few months ago. Mitchell Marsh just dropped one in Chennai. And today, something very similar, the extra bounce of Hazelwood. As we say, the heavy ball is what he bowls. And that sometimes makes it hard to play the pull shot.
4 more. At the moment, Rohit Sharma has got only one thing in his mind. Do I hit it for 4? Do I hit it for 6? It's a very pleasant dilemma to have.
We speak about Rohit Sharma and pull shot. It's a marriage made in heaven that. They've loved each other for a long, long time now. Been one of his strongest suits in playing this sport, and he continues.
He decided before the 50 over that this is how India would play in white ball cricket. He said, I'll lead the way, I'll show the way, I will play in a certain manner, in the manner that I'm demanding of everybody else. And it's come off in dramatic style today. This one connects dramatically. The sound of the bat, it doesn't matter whether you're hitting into the breeze or anywhere. Oh, at the moment, Rohit Sharma hit the ball anywhere.
Yeah, like you said, Harsha, the sound off the bat. It's a loud crack. Rohit Sharma in amazing form today. It was predictable from Stoinis with Rohit stepping out the ball before and hoiking to the leg side. This time he decides to hang back in the crease. Clears that front leg. He's only got one thing in his mind. He's not worried about the breeze. It's only 66 metres out that side.
Now what, inside out. This is sheer class. We've seen Rohit Sharma play the pull shot so many times. But if you want to see class written all over a shot on a cricket ground, this is the shot to watch.
Oh my God, I've seen a few shots in this World Cup. For me, this is definitely the best shot so far. He made it look too easy. Just the free-flowing rhythm from the bat coming through, hands going nicely through the ball. Marcus Stoinis, you haven't done too badly there. Bad luck. You're bowling to a firing Rohit Sharma here. Wow, that was great to watch.
More of the story is they'll come back with 2. Oh no, they'll stay with 1. Just before you go into bat, have a quiet word and a joke with Aaron Finch, which is what Rohit Sharma did this morning.
It's just amazing batting. He's reading the play exceptionally well. What you're looking to do as a batter is understand what the bowler's trying to do, understand what his plans are and how you can best combat that. And Rohit showed his full range of class in this over in particular. Hangs back and looks to hit leg side, then he uses his feet down the wicket. Then he goes deep in the crease because he knows what Marcus Stoinis is going to do. You've got to get him off strike any chance you can get.
Oh, this could be danger. And it is for Rishabh Pant. Hazelwood comes under, takes the catch. Australia get 1 more. Not the one they wanted, but they'll be very happy with the Pant wicket.
Rishabh Pant just looking to knock it round on the leg side. Just when he started getting momentum in this innings, looks to play one off the stumps and gets the leading edge, the bounce of St. Lucia, or rather probably the stackiness of the pitch that Rishabh Pant goes for 15, India 93 for 2.
What a batter to come in at this stage in the innings. All the people who've played scored 1,000 runs in T20 internationals, nobody has scored runs quicker than Surya Kumar Yadav, striking at 168. What an onslaught at the other end. Rohit Sharma, 8-6 is the most by a player in a match against Australia in T20 World Cups.
All you folks watching, I can tell you Harsha Bhogle prepares about half an hour to 40 minutes in trying to understand the ground dimensions. He always is baffled by how big the grounds are, and plus the wind direction, gets everything, makes sure that the batters should be looking to it with the wind, and Rohit Sharma does everything that Harsha Bhogle says he shouldn't be doing.
Oh, yes, Sippy bowl.
But actually, Finch made the valid point that with the boundaries not being the biggest in the world, I don't think they care that much.
No, they certainly don't. Rishabh Pant just trying to tuck it into the leg side. It wasn't a shot that he's looking to go over mid-wicket. He's just looking to get it up over square leg, use the wind to his advantage. But this is a battle that I'm really looking forward to. Zampa to Suryakumar Yadav. This guy's a wonderful player, and like you said, Harsha, strike rate through the roof, best that we've seen, and started off with a 6 last game. Will he get on the back of Rohit Sharma's intent?
Bowling Zippy.
He's played 27 balls against Zampa so far. He's made 54 of those strikes at 200 against Zampa with 1 out.
Gives a run down here, Zippy.
At the moment, a single's a very good shot because you don't have to pay to watch Rohit Sharma if you're the non-strikers in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important that you try and get Rohit Sharma off strike. You want to bowl as many balls as you can to the new player. Try and upset his rhythm. Keep him at the non-strikers end as long as you can.
What does he do next? Doesn't quite hit it as well as some of the other shots he's hit, but he'll get a single nonetheless.
This shows what a massive difference. If you get close to the ball, whereas if the ball is slightly further out from you, extending your arm, sometimes you lose control. That's what they want Rohit Sharma to do. Try and keep it outside his hitting arc.
Finds a gap on the offside. It's a bit of a chase. It's too far away. 100 comes up for India in very, very quick time, in uncomfortably quick time for Australia. 100 for 2 in just 8.4 overs.
Suryakumar Yadav generally likes to hit over covers, but this one wide outside the off stump. And it tells you why he is such a good player. Just opening the face of the bat, understanding where the gap is. Mind you, there was David Warner fielding at sweeper cover, so you need to get the gap perfectly. And that's what Suryakumar Yadav has done.
The only one who's doing things quicker than Rohit Sharma is our statsman, Rajneesh. There's been a virtual barrage of information. This is now the fastest team 100 in a T20 World Cup game. It's a very, very good shot.
It is. You can see from that side-on view just how late he hits the ball. Understanding where the fielder is out in the deep, David Warner, and if he can't catch it, no one can.
Now what your old friend has done is stay fit, Finchy. Through the onside as he found the gap. No, there's enough support in the deep now. Still a pretty good over that for India. Eventually 9 off it. It's 102 for 2. St. Lucia is a volcano. It's the adjacent island, Martinique, where there was a volcano at the turn of the last century, early 20th century. It's another live volcano down the ground, but don't worry about that. The water's beautiful.
Current volcano is in St. Lucia Cricket Ground, Harsha. Rohit Sharma is in full flow.
79 of 32. Here's Marcus Stoinis. Just over, it's his day. Tall man fielding inside the boundary, inside the 30-yard circle, mid-stark, and it just cleared him for 4.
It was a well-directed short ball from Marcus Stoinis, and Rohit Sharma's looking to go up and over, backward square. It's on him quick, hits high on the bat, and it just gets over Mitchell Starc. Goes with the outstretched hand. It's a fine margins in this game. When it's going your way, you have to make the most of it. Rohit Sharma's definitely doing that today.
If anyone could bat like a Formula 1 driver, it's him. It's a good ball. It's a good ball. Marcus Stoinis has got a good one back.
Previous over, we saw how Suryakumar used the gap there of Adam Zampa. Just watch his shoulder position here. That's what makes the shot. The left shoulder, the way it just uncoils and coils, and that makes the shot so hard. A lot of people will use the flat bat to hit it, but he's almost played it with a straight bat. That's what makes him so special, and the control he has, hence, when you speak to a batting coach, and they always speak about the shoulder going towards the line of the ball, and that's exactly what he did.
Also, by playing late, he was able to beat the fielder on the boundary to his left. Well, that's one way of keeping the batter quiet, except you've got to ball it again.
You can just see with Rohit Sharma's initial movement, he is ready for the big one.
Let's have a look at Rohit Sharma's boundaries today. Have a look at those pink dots. A lot of them are coming in the slot. If Australia have missed, it's just been on the fuller side. 514 is an extraordinary strike rate when Australia have missed in that location. But look at that there. There's nothing hitting the stumps. There's nothing challenging him on the front foot.
Goes through with a pull shot and one bounce inside. It looked for a while. It might clear the boundary too. Just might have held up in the wind. But he's gone on to 87. Just 35 balls. This is some rollicking start by India.
We heard Aaron Finn speak about why they've tried to go full, because they know how strong Rohit is probably of the short ball, and that's what Stoinis tries, just to change it up. But Rohit Sharma up to the task. If you're playing a bowler who's just bowling around 130, you're looking for the full ball here. Rohit Sharma ready for that, but just swiveling on his pull shot, finding gaps with ease. Great point that you make, Finchy, about how they've just erred a little bit on the fuller side. But do you think that's because they're worried bowling shorter would mean bowling to his strengths?
Yeah, absolutely. Because anything that's half short, he's so quick to get into the pull shot. So his ability to then play the Australians on what they're looking to do, the margins for error against good players in good nick is so small. But I feel on a surface like this that we've seen a little bit of extra bounce at times. You can afford to be just a touch shorter. The inconsistency of bounce at times just allows you to miss on the shorter side as opposed to the full. There's nothing that's going to challenge when it's just right under your eyes and you can step and hit it.
It was an 87. Indians don't mind that number. 111, they don't mind that one either. Now it's Surya Kumar Yadav. Good cricket. Watch.
And also the one thing that I would like Australia to think about, and it's a bit risky, but I think it's worth taking the gamble at this stage, is to bring Glenn Maxwell on and tempt both right-handers to hit into the wind. And I'm sure Rohit Sharma will still back himself to do it, but that gives you the opportunity of a wicket here.
Yeah, and that would have to be from the end that Marcus Stoinis is currently bowling. Make them try and drag it to the leg side, because you know that if you slightly mishit it, you're out, especially hitting into that breeze. We saw the dismissal of Virat Kohli, the ball held up in the air, which allowed Tim David the opportunity, enough time to get underneath.
Australia needed a little bit more at the moment.
Drinks in St. Lucia.
Edged and gone.
pitch and gone. First ball. That's close. LBW shout and given. Hat-trick for Lee.
Brett Lee becoming the first man to take a T20 international hat-trick back in 2007. Bangladesh reduced to 123 for 8 in 20 overs. And then the Hayden and Gilchrist show. Ricky Ponting had the best seat in the house. Australia winning by 9 wickets. Already 3 hat-tricks in this year's World Cup. Two from Pat Cummins, one from Jordan from England. And right now, it's the Rohit Sharma show. 72 of his runs have come off boundaries. Been smiling all the way. And it's certainly an effort that everyone around this ground will appreciate. He's teed off in style and all the work for Australia to do. They'll start calling him Hat-trick Cummins soon.
They could actually do with another hat-trick right now, Australia. 2 for 114, India off 10 overs, absolutely flying. It's been a masterclass from the captain, Rohit Sharma. 76 of his runs, in fact, now coming from boundaries. Particularly harsh on Mitchell Starc early on, took 29 runs off Mitchell Starc's second over. His ball striking's been outstanding. The Australians have got full, they've tried that full length, and he's been sitting there waiting for it, and that's the biggest one of the day so far. Slog sweep from Zampa over mid-wicket. Look to put all sorts of pressure back on this Australian bowling brigade.
And he's used his feet brilliantly as well.
Easing that into the covers. They think about 2 and they get it with a slight misfield.
We talked pre-game to Macass about Australia's sloppiness in the field. There's another little illustration of it there. He's as good as anyone normally, David Warner. Put down a simple catch again against Afghanistan, and this is looking to just cut this to 1. Slightly overruns it, and they come back for an easy 2. Moves on to 91 now, Rohit Sharma. Pat Cummins making a few changes to his field. He's straightening up the guy at deep mid-wicket.
Like the ease with which he's batting out there, Ricky. It's a good surface, same track that South Africa and England played on, but certainly looks to be playing better.
Yeah, that one looked a little bit slow, didn't it? I think 163 was a winning score. That was enough in that game. South Africa obviously batting first. England couldn't chase them down. But they're staring at a big score here, India. 10 runs and over from now, get them to 214. 8 runs and over gets them to 194. Surya hasn't really had to do anything just yet. He's just giving the strike as much as he can to Rohit Sharma. Shivam Dubey, Hardik Pandya, lots of batting still to come for the Indians.
Yes, he did get hit for a 6, but Pat Cummins has been the most successful bowler so far. And he's bowling the lengths and the lines that the other bowlers should be looking to bowl as well, Mitchell Starc in particular.
Rolling it into the pitch, and we saw that with the South Africa-England game, taking pace off, just confirming what Ricky's talking about, into the 200s. That's what India are looking at, and it's that power start that Sharma gave them in the power play, despite the loss of Kohli early on. First 50 and came in 4.5 overs, the second 50 in just 4 overs, and it's been all Rohit Sharma striking at over 240. to get the boundary. Only Surya Kumar Yadav can do that.
Sonny's just sitting there shaking his head like, how is that even possible? It's a good ball. It's on about fourth or fifth stump. It's like you read it early. He's backing across nice and early, makes another movement outside his off stump, and it's the wrist work. That bottom hand comes in. He knows where the gap is. Cummins had moved that man at deep square a little bit straighter to deep mid-wicket, presents a big gap back with a square, and somehow he found it.
It's an incredible follow-up. He's just extended the arms and it goes all the way.
127 for 2. Well, the previous one was the slow cutter. This one he anticipated would be up there, and it was. And that lofted off drive comes into play. So what started off as a pretty quiet over turned out to be an expensive over in the end.
Thirteen runs off that 11th over, 9 to go. Surya Kumar Yadav getting into the mix. 34 from 19 is the partnership. And all eyes on Rohit Sharma. On 92. It's 39 deliveries.
Yes, you can see that almost a Yorker. Yeah. Oh, bit of an inside edge onto the pads and then onto the stumps. Well, a fabulous innings coming to an end here. Maybe a bit of ill luck there. 92 to him in a total of 127 for 3 in 12 overs.
Relief for Australia, that's all you can say, because Rohit Sharma was absolutely dominating. Shivam Dubey comes in now to join Surya Kumar Yadav. 127 for 3. Both these two have the opportunity now to build a solid partnership and get India to keep up this momentum. But from an Australian perspective, their star bowler, Mitchell Starc, striking at the right time. That's really well played. He just guided it, didn't he? And over the boundary for 4.
In a way, he would have anticipated it because all the bowlers now try and bang it in short. They don't want to bowl it up to him because he can hit them long and wide. So this time, he was waiting.
It was the right idea. It was just a bottom line. Going to bowl that short ball to Shivam Dubey. It has to be on the money. He can't get it outside his eye line. He's got to get it out to the body. try and cramp him up and try and play a pull shot rather than that. Little dab cut shot that he hit so well down the third man. Back into the attack around the wicket. He does so well, particularly late in games. Changes his angle up and hits the base of the stumps. Good piece of tactics, actually, captaincy from Mitchell Marsh. He left that hole onside open. I think Rohit Sharma's been expecting Stark to bowl wide outside the stumps. Attempts to be with one full and straight, and it got through.
Third highest individual score in this Men's T20 World Cup 2024. Elusive century. Will it come? When will it come? He was looking good, wasn't he, Rohit Sharma? Still a gem of a knock. Good stop. End of the over, 131 for 3. That the rain has been able to stay away. We had a bit of a shower, short shower earlier in the power play. Now heavy overcast conditions, but the weather looking promising. Eight overs to go. India 131 for 3. Surya Kumar Yadav on 17. Dubey on 4. Adam Zampa, he's back into the attack. 1 for 25 and 2.
Oh, nice Zippy bowling. That's very good, Zip.
Yeah, this is interesting as well from Australia. They would understand that Dubey is a noted hitter of spin. Long levers, tall man, likes to hit the ball down the ground where he can. This has got to be all about length for Adam Zampa. Cannot afford to overpitch. Got to look to hit that 7 or 8 metre length and try and push Dubey back in his crease. Challenge him to hit him off the back foot.
The kind of start that Rohit Sharma has given to the Indian team is license now for Shivam Dubey to start banging the ball away. First ball against the spinner. Will it be the wrong one?
Yeah, Zippy.
Very clever, almost under the bat. From Zampa, very, very good bowling there.
Zip.
He needs to think about his line to Surya Kumar as well. If he gets too straight, leg side boundary is hitting with the breeze. He's tried to get the line quite wide to the right-handers. One's pushed in straight. Worked nicely the deep square for 1.
You've got Hardik Pandya due in next. You've got that assurance that he's coming good at the right time. A wonderful 50 in the last game. But this partnership is important, especially after the start they got.
Yeah, Zippy boy.
That's the length there. Zampa has to bowl. Almost sort of a defensive length back in and try and hit the top of the pad and the thigh pad. And be a very defensive length for spinners.
Massive. Onto the embankment.
When he hits the ball, it's going to go for a 6. He's got that power and the timing as well. Ball turning into him, into the arc. That is a wonderful shot.
Yeah, and that's what he's in this team for. Good selection, I thought, by India. As this tournament goes on, the wickets are going to get slower. There's going to be more and more spin bowled, and to have someone that can hit spin like Shivam Dubé in the middle is an absolute bonus. Let's not forget that was into the wind as well. That was a big hit. Horses are changing the field now. Marcus Stoinis from mid-wicket comes across to another backward point, which to me says he's going to look to bowl wide, maybe cut shot type deliveries. There's the length. Pushed in the mid-wicket looking for 2, and we'll get them. That's good cricket.
11 from the over, 142 for 3.
Well, that's a lovely shot. He clears his front leg. Hits it with the turn. It's against the wind as well. A generous flight given there. One's got to say that. It was big risk taken by Zampa.
Hero out in the middle, Hero out on the embankment who took the catch. Important passage of play. Australia reeling the bowling changes. Stoinis now to the attack, 1 for 29 and 2. Desperately need to break this partnership. Timer, the clock, that's the 60 seconds you have between overs. Australia on their second and final warning. One more warning, and 5 runs will be added to the Indian total. Shining now in St. Lucia. Humid as well. Healthy breeze across the ground. Crunched down the ground. Brute force from Shivam Dubé.
There's not much margin for error. This is a very, very good batting wicket and a fast outfield. Attempted Yorker from Stoinis. Didn't quite get it full enough. Met by a big flourish of the bat from Shivam Dubé. He's a big, strong, powerful man with long levers. Sharma went extremely hard at Mitchell Starc early on. First 2 overs at Starc bowled. His second over, in fact, went for 29. This is his comeback over. Starts around the wicket, angling the ball back into the stumps. The inside edge of the bat, back onto the foot and back on the middle stump. The big breakthrough for Australia. He was looking very, very dangerous. The captain departed for 92.
Surya Kumar Yadav into the action as well. Raining sixes here in St. Lucia. 150 up for India, 154 for 3.
Was that the slower one? Yes, it was. As you can see, the slower one was halfway down the pitch. And Surya Kumar Yadav just waiting for it.
And this is what he does to you, Surya Kumar. You know you have to bowl with a fine leg because he's so good at getting across the stumps and playing that lap shot. Teams need to have a fine leg. So fine leg's there, which means that mid-on has to be up.
He's got that fine. There's protection out there. The intent he shows when he's out in the middle. Batting partners are going to keep up the energy, and Dubé is doing a fine job. Big overs for India. The last couple of overs, despite the loss of Rohit Sharma, the leadership that Sky has taken 30 from the over, 1 ball to go. End of the over, 155 for 3. Overs to go. 5 bowlers used by Australia. They go about things in these last 6, Ricky.
Well, obviously, you're not going to go to Maxwell now. Maxwell has been the 6th bowler they've used through the tournament. They have to just rotate through their faster bowlers now. Stark's about to bowl his 4th and final over. Cummins has got 2 left, Hazelwood 1. We've got to find another over from Adam Zampa in amongst this as well. Odd 3 overs for 36.
Between both fielders, the placement is perfect from Surya Kumar.
Yes, the precision. He's played that shot so late, knowing that there are 2 fielders there behind point in the 30-meter circle. Look at that. Between those 2 fielders, no protection, a boundary. Good start for India.
Skillful shot. The ball's angling back in, and as you said, he plays it late. He leaves the face of the bat open and gets the gap.
Talking to him the other day, he talks about just the ability to transfer whatever he's practiced in the nets out to the middle. Keeping things simple. Really bowl to him. Moves around the crease so much. Wide ball and caught behind. Disappointing for Sky, who is on the charge, but Australia have an important breakthrough.
There's an interesting interaction here as well between Mitchell Starc and Marcus Stoinis. Stoinis ran up to him after the last ball. And looks, by the look of it, told him to get it out there, bowl wide, take the pace off. It's a little nick and it just balloons through to Matthew Wade. That's what he's doing there, Mitchell Starc. He's actually clapping down in Marcus Stoinis' direction. That's a big breakthrough for Australia. Very dangerous once again. Surya Kumar Yadav, he's gone for 31. 159 for 4.
Big cheer for Indian vice-captain Hardik Pandya, who's out in the middle. Top scorer of an unbeaten 50 in the competition. It sets up beautifully for him. And from an Australian perspective, they can nick another one, start holding India back. That current rate they're batting at will take them to 219. Field, a single.
Yeah, it was a set plan, it was a set play. Looks like an ordinary ball, but there's a lot of thought and thinking. See Starc straight away, turns around to Marcus Stoinis at long off. Slow and wide. Wade does the rest. Joy on the face of the Australian captain. Here's the acknowledgement once again from Starc.
start of the over. Wade and Stoinis were having a bit of a chat too. Lots of communication. Australia under the pump. Important wicket. Really good stuff from Mitchell Starc. Hit for 4 in the first ball of the over and has struck back nicely.
It has been a good comeback, and it's a really good example for all you youngsters out there that play the game of T20 cricket, especially bowlers. Sometimes it doesn't matter how poorly you start. Mitchell Starc's second over went for 29, but he's able to come back really strongly. Pick up 2 big wickets, pick up Rohit Sharma and Surya Kumar.
End of 15 overs, it's 162 for 4.
Huge 5 overs in the context of the game coming up. You'd like to believe a little bit more for Australia than for India. If they can keep India down to under 200, they must fancy their chances of chasing it, but they have to be able to do that. 2 very good batters, 1 set in Shivam Dube, 19 of 12. Just seen Surya Kumar Yadav play the perfect innings in this situation, 31 of 16. Right, here's Josh Hazlewood with his 4th. I'll hurry. Right, how are they going to go about it? Starc is done. Hazlewood bowls out now. So Cummins bowls 2. You've still got to get 1 out of Zampa, 1 out of Stoinis.
Yeah, I think they'll be worried about going to Adam Zampa while Shivam Dube is still at the crease. Such a strong player, particularly against the ball turning in. How long can they afford to hold him back? Because if Dube bats right to the end, then he can do some serious damage.
I think they should take that chance, even though he's a left-hander, even though he has that reputation. Sometimes just look to give him a single and then attack Pandya at the other end. Bowl a single ball. A lot of bowlers do that these days. You want to keep a player off strike, fullish length. Australia 200. Asha, you mentioned 200. Restrict India under 200. I think they'll have done a great job.
What about this man who's bowling? We've talked about the carnage. We've talked about the batters all the time. We've talked about the ball vanishing to all corners. He's bowling his 4th over, 1 for 11.
And what he's done well is the way he's altered his lengths. You can see how Starc has come back. Dube will take to the spinners, there's no doubt about that. 88 runs coming in that period. I think Australia will be happy with the way they come back and taken those 2 wickets. It was Rohit Sharma and Surya Kumar Yadav, but the back end of the innings can be extremely dangerous. What he does well is the lines. You can already see he'll alter his lengths. He'll either go full or he'll bowl the short ball or hit the deck. But he rarely leaves the stumps. He'll be 4th stump. Either player, right-hander or left-hander.
He understands his own game really well, Josh Hazlewood. He never tries to do anything that's outside of his skill set. Sometimes when the ball's flying around the park, bowlers can look for a delivery that they're not not 100% comfortable bowling, and that's when their mind starts to get a little bit scrambled. And
was it about 2 or 3 years ago, Finchy, that his T20 game just went to another level with Josh Hazlewood? You're talking of a team that's scoring 10.5 and over. And a bowler who's 1 for 13 at this stage. This is outstanding bowling.
And look at the variety. Look at the skill sets. He's got the full length delivery. He's got a good bouncer. He's got an off cutter also that he hits the deck. He's got a good yorker. And the lines.
Just wonder that last ball tailed in a little bit to the right-hander. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding from Josh Hazlewood. He finishes 1 for 14. It's 166 for 4. To go now for Australia. India 166 for 4. And I think Mitch Marsh has bitten the bullet here. He's thrown the ball to Adam Zampa. He's thrown him a massive challenge. He's given him a long on the boundary, a straightish deep mid-wicket. He's bowling to the left-handed. Dubey has got hit into the wind.
Oh, that's well bowled.
That's well bowled. That's what you call a single ball. Full middle leg. Get away from the strike. Let me get at the right-hander. Not that he can't smack it.
Yeah, Hardik's someone who's got a very good strike rate against Adam Zampa.
Tippy, do you need
Back
that
a couple
one?
of years ago when Hardik
You need him or you want a 45?
was starting to become that explosive finisher. The leg spinner was someone that he'd always try and target early in his innings, and that used to get his innings underway. Very straight field as well, mid-on straight, mid-wicket straight.
He might have got a wicket here. Oh, he's put it down. Australia. Australia, what's with your catching in this year's tournament?
That's a soda by the modern standards. There's a lot of breeze up there. Just wonder whether the fielder beside Mitch Marsh here has put him off at all. Hazlewood getting close. Just never gets it in the middle of his hands.
How costly could this prove? It reminds me of that catch in Chennai against India. Oh, another opportunity. Just falls short. Could have been 2 and 2. Now, this is a good over, turning out to be a good over from Zampa. And see, India want that 200 plus. Throwing their bats at everything.
Exactly, he's shown his class in his first 3 deliveries. He's got to end it well now. Bowling lovely lines. Again, almost too much effort from Shivam Dubey. There we are thinking, how is he going to slip a Zampa over in? He's conceded just 3 or 4. Vinci, tell us about this catch.
Well, Zampa goes wide. He gets it out of the arc. You can just see Mitch Marsh never gets his feet settled. He's always moving around. He's always off balance. That just means that your eyes are never still. You end up trying to snatch at the ball at the last second.
This is smart bowling, real smart bowling from Zampa in this over. He's not given them the opportunity to get underneath it and go for the big shot. Because he knows it's not boundaries what they're looking for. They're looking for sixes.
Look for Zampa to try and close this out with another ball that's really full, really straight, almost targeting the heels of Shivam Dubey, not allowing him to use his long reach, get his big swing arc and hit over that mid-wicket region.
Will go on the bounce. Just the singles in this over. What a classy over. It's 171 for 4. Even with the go speed of T20 cricket, there's always time to get a few overs in and try and pull the game back your way. Australia in the last 3 overs have only conceded 16 of their catching efficiency. I did not think, Finchie, I did not think I would live to see the day when Australia on that parameter would be there. They've had good days and bad with bat and ball, but they always catch and field well.
Yeah, it's surprising. Australia is a side that's always prided themselves on their fielding, particularly in big games, particularly in big moments. I think pack Australian teams that have turned the tide of a game with fielding alone.
As he found the gap, he's hit it crisply. It just slowed down a little bit in that outfield. They'll get 2.
You mentioned 16 of the last 3. I mean, just shows what happened a little while earlier. Struggled. They've been a little sloppy in the field today, as they've been all tournament. Dropped a lot of catches.